Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are diving into a critical aspect of project planning, the design for the data flow and architecture diagram. Before we jump into the hands-on work of any machine learning or data project, it's essential to have a clear, structured plan that visually maps out the flow of data, tools, and process. By the end of this video, you will understand why designing an architecture diagram is a key first step and how it can streamline your project from start to finish. So why do we need a data architecture diagram before starting any project? Think of the architecture diagram as a blueprint. Just like an architect wouldn't start building a house without a plan, we shouldn't start a data project without a clear understanding of how data will move through the system. This diagram helps align all stakeholders, ensures that the right tools and technologies are in place, and avoid any costly mistakes later down the road. It's your project's visual guide outlining each step from data collection to final output. Let's break down the key layers that should be included in any data architecture diagram. First, we have the data collection layer. This is where raw data is gathered from various sources. In a manufacturing project, for example, this could be sensor data from machines, production logs, or even environmental factors like temperature and humidity. It's important to capture all data sources at this stage and ensure that the right data collection tools are in place, whether it's an API, IoT system, or manual data entry. Next is the data storage layer. This is where collected data is stored for future processing and analysis. Depending on the size and nature of the project, this could be a cloud storage solution like AWS S3 or traditional SQL database, or even a NoSQL option like MongoDB for more complex unstructured data. Choosing the right storage technology ensures that data is secure, accessible, and scalable as your project grows. Then comes the data processing layer. This is where raw data gets transformed into a usable format. Processing might include cleaning, filtering, or enriching the data. Tools like Apache Spark, ETL pipelines, or even Python scripts are commonly used here. For example, in a machine failure prediction model, this stage might involve calculating derived features like average machine temperature or vibration frequency. After processing the data, we move on to the analytics and modeling layer. This is where the actual machine learning models are trained and developed. Tools like TensorFlow, Scikit-learn, or cloud-based platforms like AWS SageMakers are often used here. In our manufacturing example, the model might be predicting machine failures based on historical data. At this stage, you define how the model interacts with the processed data and the logic that drives predictions. Finally, we have the output layer. This is where insights from your model are made available to stakeholders, often through dashboards, reports, or automated alerts. Tools like Power BI, Tableau, or custom-built dashboards ensure that the results are accessible and actionable. In a manufacturing environment, the output might be an alert system that notifies technicians when a machine is likely to fail. So now that we have covered the different layers, let's talk about the overall importance of the architecture diagram. A well-designed diagram helps identify dependencies between layers, clarify the tools and technologies that will be used at each step, provide a clear communication tool for stakeholders, and ensure scalability and security right from the start. Without a clear architecture diagram, you risk project delays, miscommunication, or even failure to meet the business goals. The architecture diagram also acts as a reference throughout the project, helping teams stay aligned on the big picture. So how do you design your own architecture diagram? First, you will want to list out all your data sources, tools, and process. Then map out how the data flow from one layer to the next, making sure to address any potential bottlenecks or points of failure. Make sure to highlight key technologies at each stage. For instance, in the data storage layer, note whether you're using a cloud storage solution like AWS or a local database. In the processing layer, indicate if you're using an ETL tool or custom Python scripts. To recap, creating an architecture diagram before starting your project is critical for success. It gives you a roadmap for how data will flow, ensures you have the right tools in place, and aligns your teams and stakeholders. Now that you understand the importance of data architecture diagram, you're ready to start designing one of your own projects. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below. See you in the next video.